traders, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about price action confirmation. We're going to talk about the two main types that I use. I'm going to get right into it today. We're going to not beat around the bush and ramble on for hours. We'll just get into the good juicy stuff. You guys, price action confirmation is arguably the most important confirmation you can have. Some people, it's the only confirmation that they use. So it's really important that you understand it. Now, for me, the more confirmation I have, the better. The higher the probability of the trade, the more chance I'm going to take it. So I do use some indicators to confirm what price action's already telling me. However, I will never enter a trade if price action isn't confirming. So just to be really clear on that. Now, I did make an Instagram post this week and a lot of you wanted some further clarification. So today we're going to talk about the two main price action indicators that I use to confirm a trade. And the first one is just the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so a long body on the 15-minute time frame. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say I'm taking a sell right here. Okay, we're on UJ. Actually, I was looking to take a sell on UJ coming up. So this is not a bad little setup that we're seeing. Right now I'm on the 4-hour chart, which is where I like to spot my entries, right? I've got my stop loss placed above my high wick, and let's say we're going to take our profits here at this support, this resistance level. Now, obviously this would be a really late entry, but what I would look for after this rejection candle, you guys know, once I see price heading towards a zone, so I would have a zone marked in here. Now I don't, but let's draw one in actually. I knew I'd make this longer somehow. I'm just going to try to find a zone close to where price is. So let's see if I can. I like to use the engulfing method. You guys probably know that. Let's just see what we end up with this one. If this is no good, I'm not taking all day to do this. So you guys know I don't make the most beautiful zones when I'm making these quick uploads because my priority is okay. So this is pretty good. I marked in a good zone, but it was this one. So let's just say I'm going to move this up for argument's sakes because I'm not going back right now. Let's just say there's a zone here. Okay. I'm not going back and confirming that this is a valid zone because I've already done that and it's going to take more time. I'm not doing it. So we see that we have rejection on the 4-hour. I like to see rejection on the 4-hour, even the daily. Okay. Daily is even better, but if you get it on the 4-hour, great. Next thing I could do, so there are two methods I'll use. I'll go to the 15-minute chart. I need to see a nice long bodied candle on the 15 for me to enter. Okay. What does that mean? None of these are any good for me. See these like little candles? None of those are good for me. I don't like to see these. These are consolidation candles, okay? Now this guy at the end, he's starting to get longer, but it's still not great. I would end up entering after this one. Now, this candle is actually more of a rejection candle because we have those long wicks on either side. And then this candle, of course, I don't know if there was news. I haven't even looked, to be honest with you. Could have been news, could have been just the time of the day and the session that we're currently in. But after this move, we're really getting a little bit late to the party. So what I like to normally do, I like for price to give a nice strong push right away. If I start seeing consolidation right away, this is why I didn't enter this trade, actually, come to think of it. Once I see this consolidation, it's not enough momentum for me. Okay. And after this candle, I mean, this was likely due to news or something like that. It's really no good to me because this candle's too long. Moves already happened. We might end up going right back up. Okay. So let me show you what I want to see. Here's what I want to see. Let's bring this guy down. let's say we entered right. So we see rejection here. Now, this isn't super strong rejection, I'll admit, but we have a bit of rejection at this level. And this level we can see is quite strong because price is touching it a few times, even just on this screen that I'm looking at. Sorry, I know my mouse is going a mile a minute again. So we see price come up to this level. We get a bit of rejection. This is the candle I will enter at, okay? Or I likely will enter after. So it's not too long that it's due to news, but I'll get in at the beginning of this candle, okay? So after this 15-minute candle close, I always let it close because there's the chance that it'll start looking really bearish, and then look what happened. You get this indecision candle form here, right? So that would not have been a good, okay, I can't draw. This would not have been a good candle to enter at, this indecision candle. After this close, I would enter here and then ride down to the lower zone, which would have been about here. So yes, this is not a great risk reward. I mean, this setup is not at all. And remember, I'm on the 15 actually, so I am wrong. We would not have rode down to that level. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit tired tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's go to the 4-hour chart and I'll give you a better idea now, okay? We were on the 15, so let's delete this. Okay, so actually, we did have strong rejection here. And I think this is what we were talking about, okay? We did have strong rejection here. And we would have rode down to the lower zone on the 4-hour, which would have given us a good risk reward, right? Because we could have rode down even to this level here. So now let's go back to our 15-minute time frame. And we're going to move over. Shouldn't take me too long to find because it was pretty close. Okay, and there we go. So now we had rejection on the 4-hour, and the 4 hours where we want to see it. And we've got a nice long-bodied candle. There's our confirmation, and I'm going to enter at the next candle here, okay? I'm going to enter at the next candle here. So that's one way to get your confirmation. Pretty simple, right? It works the exact same way, the opposite way. Now, I've gone over this a few times on my channel, so this is just repetition. I do want to go over the 3 black crow method, which is actually what I have been using more often than not lately because I've been day trading a bit more. Now, you can use this swing trading as well. That's totally fine. I'm just trying to see a good example, even if we use it on... Okay, so we're going to go back to the 4-hour. Let's find a new entry, okay? Let's find a new entry, and I want to find it somewhere close. So let's try down here. Let's say we entered so price came down to this zone down here. I'm going to move this and just, again, I'm not drawing a perfect zone, you guys, because the video is going to be too long if I keep going on for each step. Okay, so we come down towards this zone. We place our stop loss a few pips below that wick. This isn't great rejection again, but there's some rejection there, okay? And obviously it played out quite well. Now, once we get that rejection, what we're going to do, same thing. We're going to go to the lower time frames, but this time we're going to go to the 5-minute instead of the 15-minute. So this is going to take a few, and this is why I picked something close. Okay. And what we're going to look for here, and of course we didn't get it in this example, you want to have 3 3 green candles, okay, 3 bearish candles in a row. Now, you're not always going to get them. So in this case, you could have definitely used the 15-minute rule. So look, here we had that long-bodied candle, and you just enter at the next one, okay? Even if it's not shooting up right away, I still enter at the next candle, okay? So in this case, that would have worked out beautifully for you. However, let's say our entry was actually up here, because guys, I can't keep guess and checking this. It's just going to take us a long time. So let's say this was the candle we were looking at, okay? And this was the zone. I would also take these 3 5-minute green candles as confirmation. Okay, we actually had 4, but so even better. But these 3 would be confirmation for me. Actually, these would be a beautiful confirmation for me. And I would enter again. Okay. Another one here. See them here? Okay. And sometimes they will happen after. Oh, here, look. Okay. So this is a previous time that this level was tested, okay, before shooting on up. And here, I don't know if we had the rejection on the 4-hour. You would have to look, but we certainly did get the 3 black crows. So once we get the 3 black crows, which is just the 3 bullish candles, obviously in a sell, we're looking for 3 bearish candles. They would look like this, see, or like this. So they're 3 bullish candles. They don't need to all be super long. Sometimes when you see them, one might even show a little indecision. Not this much indecision. So let's zoom in and I'll show you what I would not consider good. You're not going to consider a doji a good part. But if you have a candle that looks like a little small, like this one that I'm circling, that's fine. They don't need to be super long bodied is my point. But you shouldn't consider an indecision candle as a part of your 3 black crows. Now, I apologize. I'm saying 3 black crows, and I'm not trying to confuse you at all. I don't really care about the names of my candlestick patterns very much, but there are actually 2 names. So there are the 3 black crows, which I did today in my Instagram post. For those of you who have seen it, the 3 black crows are actually bearish, and technically the opposite, so the one I'm pointing out to you here, they're considered 3 white soldiers. I don't really care about that stuff though, guys. Like, I don't care if you call it 3 crickets or like 3 nightstand. Like, I don't care what you call it. I care about what they look like and what they mean. So the reason that these validate your entry is because you're getting nice momentum here, right? Price is telling you, yep, buyers are now taking control and we're going on up in the other direction. Where do I enter? At the next candle. I wait for the 3rd candle to close and then I enter. So on a downtrend, I would wait for the 3rd to close and then I'd enter. Okay, very simple stuff. Using the same idea, rejection on the 4-hour, and use these to confirm. So in a nutshell, you guys, that is it. Those are the 2 really great price action confirmation that I use. Hopefully you got something out of this video. I know I kind of messed up the names halfway through, but that's life. I do mess up. And let me know if you like videos like this, if you like candlestick analysis and things like that. I do want to start talking more about price action in depth on my channel. So yeah, hopefully you liked my last video as well. I am going to do more chit chat type videos going forward. Might even do like a Q&A type video just to kind of get to know you guys a little better and you guys get to know me. But that is all for today. And thanks for watching. If you've stuck around this long, I'll see you in my next video.